Have you ever felt trapped in a life that doesn't reflect your true potential, yearning for the freedom to chase your dreams without hesitation? Today, I'm calling you to awaken that inner fire, to embrace the change that leads to authentic success, just as Napoleon Hill declared, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This isn't just another motivational talk. It's a wake-up call to become success conscious, where your thoughts and actions align to turn possibilities into reality. Think about it. You know deep down what you want: a life of purpose, freedom from daily struggles, and the authenticity of living your passions. Yet, so many of us stay stuck, watching opportunities slip away because we're not actively shaping our mindset for success. Napoleon Hill's philosophy from Think and Grow Rich shows us that success isn't for the lucky few. It's for those who cultivate a success-conscious mind. Picture someone with big dreams, like starting their own business, but they're paralyzed by self-doubt and distractions, leading to a cycle of unfulfilled potential. This is the gap between knowing and doing, where procrastination and hesitation thrive in an unconscious mindset. It's time to bridge that gap, to shift from passive dreaming to deliberate action fueled by belief. Don't wait for the perfect moment or external motivation. True change begins when you decide to become success conscious, transforming hesitation into unstoppable energy. So, why aren't you taking action right now? Often, it's because we're waiting for motivation to strike, like a bolt of lightning. But as Hill points out, this is a major pitfall that keeps us in an unconscious state. You might think success will come when you feel ready, but that day never arrives if you're not actively building self-motivation through autosuggestion, repeating positive affirmations to ignite your inner drive. Imagine delaying a project because it's not the right time, only to watch months turn into years of regret. This false belief stems from a lack of success consciousness, where success feels distant and unattainable, trapping you in endless delays. Another barrier is the failure to decide, that nagging indecisiveness that Hill calls out in his principle of definiteness of purpose. You have ideas, perhaps even clear ones, like changing careers, but without a firm resolve, they remain vague thoughts that fade away. Think of someone who knows their path but hesitates, fearing commitment, and ends up stalled in a job they despise. Success consciousness demands you make definite decisions, turning mental fog into focused action. Fear and uncertainty compound this problem, rooting deep in your subconscious if you haven't reprogrammed it for success. Hill teaches that negative thoughts dominate without conscious effort, leading to anxiety about outcomes and a cycle of self-limitation. For instance, an aspiring entrepreneur might avoid risks due to past failures, reinforcing defeat before even trying. This hesitation isn't just a minor setback, it's a thief of your potential, keeping you from the freedom and authenticity you crave. But here's the truth: these barriers aren't permanent. They're symptoms of an untrained mind, waiting for you to awaken your success consciousness. It's not about eliminating fear entirely. It's about recognizing it as a sign that you're on the brink of growth. The solution lies in immediate action, the kind that Hill describes as turning thoughts into things through persistent effort. Don't overthink it. Start small, like writing for just 10 minutes a day, and watch how it creates momentum and real energy in your life. Action awakens success consciousness by building self-confidence, breaking the inertia that's held you back for so long. Remember, even imperfect steps forward are more powerful than perfect plans that never begin. Building decisiveness is key. Hill's principle of definite decisions means visualizing your success before you act, making choices with clarity and purpose. Try setting deadlines for your goals or using simple frameworks to cut through indecision, fostering a mindset that's always moving forward. This is how you cultivate that success-conscious resolve, turning vague wishes into concrete plans. Now, practice, The first step: take one small, simple task right now, like outlining a goal, to break the waiting game and build lasting habits. That first proactive step, as Hill believed, is where success truly begins, igniting a chain reaction of positive change. Feel the shift as you act. It's not just about doing something, it's about rewiring your mind to crave more success. Overcoming hesitation and fear starts with facing them head on, using action as your greatest weapon. Hill's autosuggestion technique, repeating affirmations, rewires your mind, turning fear into fuel for growth. For example, if job interview anxiety grips you, confront it by practicing responses, using that fear as a signal to prepare and act. Success consciousness means seeing fear not as a barrier, but as a stepping stone to authenticity and freedom. Through consistent action, you'll erode those doubts, emerging stronger and more resilient. Learning through failure is another pillar. Hill showed that figures like Thomas Edison viewed failures as feedback, not defeats. In your journey, every setback strengthens your success consciousness, teaching you valuable lessons that propel you forward. Imagine an inventor iterating after repeated failures, each one refining their path to innovation. Journal your failures, extract the lessons, and watch how this practice reinforces a positive, success-oriented mindset. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about embracing it as part of your growth, leading to the change and freedom you desire. Cultivating self-discipline is the backbone of this process, as Hill emphasized with his idea of burning desire channeled through consistent effort. Discipline isn't about rigid rules. It's about creating daily habits that align with your success consciousness, overcoming distractions, and building momentum. Start with simple routines, like waking up early to focus on your goals, and feel how it transforms fleeting emotions into steady progress. Surround yourself with success-oriented people, as per Hill's mastermind principle, to reinforce these habits and keep you accountable. This is the true key to success: discipline that frees you from procrastination and leads to authentic achievement. Building positive habits is essential. Make them part of your daily life, like completing tasks without delay, to maintain that success-conscious focus. Developing a clear vision and goals is where it all comes together, as Hill's definite chief aim provides the direction you need. Crystal clear goals motivate you by giving purpose to your actions, turning vague aspirations into a focused mindset for success. For instance, a professional setting measurable targets, like increasing income by a specific amount, ignites mental energy and sustains progress. Without specific goals, you drift. With them, you create a roadmap that fuels your success consciousness. To define these goals, use Hill's step-by-step approach. Break them into actionable steps, starting with backward planning from your end vision. Track your progress daily, adjusting as needed to maintain continuous forward movement and deepen your commitment. This process ensures your goals aren't just dreams. They're the foundation of a life filled with change, freedom, and authenticity. In conclusion, remember that success comes to those who become success conscious, as Hill so wisely stated. Success is achieved and maintained by those who try and keep trying. Motivation and achievement follow action, not the other way around, transforming your thoughts into tangible results. So, don't delay. Take one small step right now, like defining a goal or starting that task you've been putting off, to ignite your success consciousness. What will your first step be today? Commit to it, and watch as it unlocks the change, freedom, and authenticity you've always longed for. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, as Napoleon Hill wisely stated, setting the foundation for our journey today. This powerful truth reveals that success isn't a random stroke of luck but the direct result of nurturing a success-conscious mindset. Too often, we find ourselves stuck in a cycle of knowing what to do without ever taking the first step. Picture someone with a dream of launching their own business, yet they hesitate, buried under layers of self-doubt and distractions. This hesitation stems from a lack of success consciousness, where ideas remain trapped in the mind, never translating into action. It's not about lacking knowledge. It's about the gap between awareness and execution that holds us back. Procrastination creeps in, whispering excuses that keep us comfortable in our current state. We wait for the perfect moment, only to realize that perfection is an illusion designed to paralyze us. Hill teaches us that true change begins with mental awareness, shifting from passive thoughts to deliberate, success-oriented beliefs. Without this shift, we're doomed to repeat the same patterns, watching opportunities slip away like sand through our fingers. The real barrier is waiting for motivation to strike, as if it's some external force that must arrive before we move. But Hill exposes this as a myth, rooted in an unconscious mindset where success feels out of reach. Think of the artist who dreams of creating masterpieces but waits for inspiration, only to end up with unfinished sketches gathering dust. This delay reinforces a cycle of inaction, where self-motivation through autosuggestion, repeating positive affirmations, becomes essential. Failure to decide is another hidden enemy, turning clear ideas into vague possibilities that never materialize. Hill's principle of definiteness of purpose reminds us that without a firm resolve, our goals remain shapeless and unattainable. Consider the career changer who knows their ideal path but wavers, fearing commitment and stalling their own progress. Indecisiveness creates mental fog, draining our energy and leaving us vulnerable to distractions. Fear and uncertainty amplify this paralysis, stemming from a subconscious mind dominated by negative thoughts. As Hill explains, without reprogramming our inner dialogue, we reinforce self-limitation, turning potential failures into self-fulfilling prophecies. An aspiring entrepreneur might avoid risks due to past setbacks, unknowingly perpetuating a cycle that blocks success. The solution lies in immediate action, which awakens success consciousness and builds unstoppable momentum. Hill's idea that thoughts are things means that acting on positive thoughts turns belief into reality. Start small, like committing to write for just 10 minutes a day, and watch as this simple act ignites self-confidence. Building decisiveness requires making clear, firm decisions without delay, as Hill advocates in his teachings. Visualize your success outcomes before you act, creating a mental blueprint that guides your steps. Use strategies like setting strict deadlines to foster mental clarity and overcome the urge to procrastinate. Practicing the first step is crucial. Take that small, simple task right now to break free from inertia. For instance, if your goal is to improve your health, start by outlining a basic plan today, not tomorrow. This immediate action builds a habit of success consciousness, transforming hesitation into proactive energy. Overcoming hesitation and fear demands facing them head-on, as action erodes their power more than endless preparation. Hill's principle of autosuggestion helps here, where repeating affirmations rewires your mind for success. Use fear as a signal to act. For example, if job interview anxiety grips you, practice responses until confidence emerges. Success consciousness turns fear into fuel, propelling you forward rather than holding you back. Learning through failure is a cornerstone of this mindset, as Hill showed through figures like Thomas Edison. View each setback as feedback, strengthening your resilience and deepening your success consciousness. An inventor might face repeated failures, but uses them to iterate, turning defeats into stepping stones. Journal your failures to extract lessons, reinforcing a positive mindset that embraces growth. Cultivating self-discipline is the backbone of success consciousness, channeling Hill's burning desire into consistent effort. Discipline isn't about fleeting emotion. It's the daily commitment that drives progress and overcomes distractions. Without it, even the best intentions fade, but with it, you build long-term momentum toward your goals. Building positive habits aligns with success consciousness. Start with simple routines like waking up early each day. Hill's mastermind principle suggests surrounding yourself with success-oriented people to reinforce these habits. Create a daily routine based on clear goals, such as dedicating time each morning to focused work. Over time, these habits compound, turning success consciousness into an unbreakable force in your life. Developing a clear vision and goals is essential for directing your actions and sustaining motivation. Hill's definite chief aim concept shows that crystal clear goals provide direction, preventing drift and igniting focus. Vague aspirations lead to confusion, but specific, measurable targets fuel a success-oriented mindset. Imagine a professional aiming for a promotion. By setting precise milestones, they maintain steady progress. To cultivate this, define your goals with detail, breaking them into actionable steps for immediate execution. Use techniques like backward planning, starting from your end goal and working backward to the present. Track your progress daily to keep the momentum going, ensuring success consciousness remains at the forefront. In conclusion, remember that success comes to those who become success conscious, as Hill so profoundly taught. Motivation and achievement follow action, not the other way around, transforming thoughts into tangible results. By embracing definiteness of purpose, self-discipline, and immediate steps, you unlock your full potential. Success is achieved and maintained by those who try and keep trying, Hill reminds us, echoing our core theme. Now, it's your turn. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take one small step today to ignite your success consciousness. Perhaps define a single goal right now, or commit to a daily habit that aligns with your dreams. Reflect on what we've covered and make a personal pledge to act, turning knowledge into power. What one step will you take immediately to become success conscious and claim the success you deserve? Let this be the start of your transformation, where every action builds upon the last, leading to unstoppable growth. Embrace the mindset that has propelled countless others, and watch as doors open that you never imagined. Remember, success isn't reserved for the few. It's available to anyone who dares to think and act with purpose. Begin today, and let your success consciousness guide you to a future filled with achievement and fulfillment. You've got the tools. Now, wield them with confidence and persistence. The path is clear. Step forward and make your mark on the world. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. As Napoleon Hill so powerfully stated, setting the foundation for our journey today. This timeless wisdom reminds us that success isn't a random stroke of luck. It's a deliberate mindset we must cultivate. Too often, we find ourselves stuck in a cycle of knowing what to do but never quite getting started. Picture the entrepreneur who dreams of launching a business but lets self-doubt creep in, turning ambition into hesitation. Or the student with big goals who procrastinates on studying, waiting for the perfect moment that never arrives. These are symptoms of an unconscious mindset, where success feels distant and unattainable. But here's the truth: the gap between knowing and doing widens when we lack success consciousness. Success consciousness is that unwavering belief in your potential, fueled by action and focus. It's not about waiting for motivation to strike. It's about creating it through deliberate choices. In Hill's world, this means shifting from passive dreaming to active pursuit, transforming thoughts into reality. If you're tired of unfulfilled potential, recognize that change starts within your mind. Waiting for external forces to push you forward only perpetuates failure. Instead, embrace the power of now. Become success conscious and watch hesitation melt away. Now, let's explore why so many struggle to take action in the first place. One major barrier is waiting for motivation. that elusive spark we think must appear before we move. Hill calls this a pitfall, born from an unconscious mindset where success seems out of reach. You might tell yourself, I'll start that project when I feel more inspired, but days turn into weeks. This delay stems from not practicing autosuggestion, Hill's technique of repeating positive affirmations to build inner drive. For instance, an artist might wait for the right mood to create, only to let opportunities slip by. Contrast that with someone who uses success consciousness to self-motivate, turning small affirmations into powerful action. Another issue is the failure to decide, where ideas float aimlessly without commitment. Hill's principle of definiteness of purpose teaches that vague goals create mental fog, stalling progress. Think of the career changer who knows they want a new path but hesitates, fearing the unknown. Without a firm decision, this indecision becomes a chain, holding you back from your true potential. Success consciousness demands clarity. Make that decision today and feel the weight lift. Fear and uncertainty often compound this, rooted in a subconscious lack of belief. As Hill explains, negative thoughts dominate when we don't reprogram our minds, leading to anxiety about outcomes. An aspiring entrepreneur might avoid risks due to past failures, reinforcing a cycle of self-limitation. But with success consciousness, you reframe fear as a temporary obstacle, not a permanent barrier. The solution lies in immediate action, the spark that ignites your inner fire. Hill reminds us that thoughts are things. Act on positive thoughts, and they gain momentum. Start small, like writing for just 10 minutes a day, and watch how it builds self-confidence. This isn't about perfection. It's about breaking inertia and creating real energy. When you take that first step, success consciousness awakens, turning hesitation into progress. Building decisiveness is key. Make clear, firm decisions without delay, as Hill advocates. Visualize your success first, then act. This mental clarity fuels your efforts. Use strategies like setting deadlines to foster focus and eliminate excuses. For example, if you're launching a side hustle, decide on a launch date today and stick to it. Practicing the first step means acting now on something simple, like outlining your goal. This habit builds success consciousness, proving that action begets more action. Overcoming hesitation and fear requires facing them head-on, not avoiding them. Hill's auto-suggestion technique helps rewire your mind, turning fear into fuel. Use fear as a signal. Confront it by practicing responses, like preparing for a job interview. Each time you act despite fear, you erode its power and strengthen your resolve. Learning through failure is another pillar. Hill saw it as a stepping stone, not a dead end. View setbacks as feedback, as Thomas Edison did with his inventions, and your mindset shifts. Journal your failures to extract lessons, reinforcing a positive, success-conscious approach. Cultivating self-discipline is the backbone of this process, channeling Hill's burning desire into habits. Discipline isn't about fleeting emotion. It's the daily effort that drives long-term success. With success consciousness, distractions fade, and momentum builds through consistent action. Start by forming positive habits, like waking up early to tackle your most important task. Surround yourself with success-oriented people, as per Hill's mastermind principle, for added support. Create a routine aligned with your goals, turning discipline into a natural part of your day. Developing a clear vision and goals ties it all together, providing direction for your success consciousness. Hill's definite chief aim means setting specific, measurable targets to sustain motivation. Vague goals lead to drift, but crystal clear ones ignite focus and propel you forward. For instance, a professional might set a goal to gain a promotion by achieving specific milestones. Break these goals into actionable steps, using techniques like backward planning. Track your progress daily to maintain that success-conscious momentum. Remember, goals aren't just wishes. They're the roadmap that turns thoughts into achievements. In conclusion, motivation and success follow a success-conscious mindset. They don't precede it. As Hill taught, success is achieved by those who try and keep trying, transforming ideas into tangible results. You've now seen how to shift from hesitation to action, building the discipline and vision needed. So, don't wait another moment. Take that one small step today, like defining a clear goal. Reflect on what you've learned and commit to daily action. Your success consciousness is waiting. What step will you take right now to embrace this power and unlock your full potential?